Because Yi Chun had been waiting for 3 years on this day, this shock seemed to shatter Yi Chin's cold heart for the past 3 years. Second young master, the 3-year period has come, and you have lifted the ban, old servant Chin Shonan, now come to Chumin to see you. 3 years ago, in the name of training, the family took away everything from Yi Chun, drove Yi Chun out of the house and threw it to Chumin City. In a flash, 3 years have come. In the past 3 years, Yi Chun had never said this to anyone. He pinches the day every day. Today is the day when the family lifts the ban on themselves. Chin Tian, I said, I will definitely let the Chin family cooperate with you. I have to say that Yi Chun is just a cheap bone. No matter how Zhang Chin Tian treats him, his heart is always for the sake of each other. This is the disgusting aspect of General Superfluous son-in-law. Even Chin Tian had to admire the author who wrote this kind of essay. Can comprehend the essence of licking a dog. This author is not an ordinary person. President Chin, I'm sorry, I'm relatively simple here. Mu Dai's awkward words brought Chin Tian back to reality. Chin Tian came back to his senses and glanced at Dong Shuhua, who was more restrained on the other side, and said casually, It's okay, I don't care about this. Dong Shuhua is Mu Dai's mother. I am more than 50 years old this year, and there are no major physical problems, but there are many minor problems. In this way, she had to take care of Mu Dai's father. Mu Dai's father is named Mu Zhengqing. Because I was sick and skinny, I was in bed all the year round, and I had to go to the hospital for chemotherapy at every turn. Then, shout I, you greet your boss, I'll go buy some vegetables back. Knowing that Chin Tian is the boss of his daughter, Dong Shuhua is still a little nervous while restrained. What her daughter does, she knows better than anyone. She really didn't expect her daughter's boss to come to her own home? Well, okay, Mom, you pay attention to safety. Got it. After Dong Shuhua left, Chin Tian scanned the place where Mu Dai lived. This community is not considered high-end, but it is not a resistance either. But for Mu Dai's identity, it was obviously unqualified. Just like this house, the furniture and facilities inside are a bit simple. Shout I, shouldn't my salary be low? Why do you live here? Hearing Chin Tian's question, Mu Dai replied honestly, Mr. Chin, it is true that the conditions of my family are not very good. My parents not only ran out of savings, but also sold the house for me to go to school. Later, my dad was diagnosed with leukemia because he owed a large foreign debt for the treatment. I have been working for more than 2 years and less than 3 years. How can I have extra money to live in a better house? It turned out to be like this. Although Chin Tian had known it for a long time, he was still a little speechless after listening to Moody. Dignified, an assistant to the president, with an annual salary of more than 1 million. Has been so miserable, do you dare to believe? But when he first came to Chin's family, Mu Dai was just an ordinary employee. The salary is definitely not as high as it is now, because of her outstanding workability and appearance. After working for more than a year, Chin Tian was promoted to the chief assistant by Chin Tian. In other words, the time she really made money was only more than a year. Thinking of this, Chin Tian thoughtfully already knew how if should be solved in his heart. I took out my cell phone and dialed the finance phone. President Chin. You pay 5 million to Mu Dai carry now. It's an advance salary. Okay, President Chin. Chin Tian hung up the phone, then looked at Mu Dai with a look of astonishment. I won't go shopping in the afternoon. Go to the Blue City and choose a house for you. President Chin. How can this be? Mu Dai couldn't believe that this happiness could come so suddenly. You are my assistant. Naturally, you shouldn't have too much worries. Otherwise, it will be bad if it affects your work. It is close to the company, and it is easier to commute to and from get off work. Read more at hotfulnovel.xyz. This? Okay, so decide. Thank you Mr. Chin. At this time, Moody lowered her head. Her eyes were already moist. She knew that Chin Tian was helping her. Although she wanted to refuse, she really needed money now. Therefore, at the moment Chin Tian made a decision, she did not refuse, and her heart was moved besides being moved. The Azure City is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Tumen. However, this is a third-tier city, no matter how expensive it is. It's about more than 30,000 a level. A house is another 3 or 4 million. It is equivalent to a villa in an ordinary community. Solving the problem of Mu Dai, Chin Tian did not rush for a while. After having lunch at Mu Dai's house, she chose a decorated house with Mu Dai in the afternoon. Then he sent Moody back home. At night, he felt a little bored, and asked Deng Yuqing to go to the hotel. Unexpectedly, just after finishing it once, he received a call from Gu Qingqing. She said that she should have come for treatment yesterday, because something was delayed and did not come, so she asked if she was free today. In order to verify their guess, Chin Tian had to throw Deng Yuqing at the hotel, and went back to treat Gu Qingqing. The final result was that Gu Qingqing also contributed 300 villains to him. Current progress is February 3rd. I bought Yi Chen's data, and the villain's value is left at 1,600. Now it's 300 more, and there's 1,900 again. But this is not the point. The point is why can Gu Qingqing also provide himself with villain value? Have you always misunderstood it? These heroines are not Lin Feng's women, but this shouldn't be it. When taking the luck value from them before, Lin Feng's luck value had indeed dropped. This situation made Chin Tian a little puzzled. Forget it, let's deal with Wong Hao first. After a whole day, he had already figured out a way to deal with Wong Hao. So, let other things go first, and first search for a wave of villain values. After Gu Qingqing was arranged, it was already 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. He came to the living room alone, and entered the words of the previous Earth Fire novel in his system mall. Suddenly a large number of novels all appeared in Chin Tian's sight. The Fights Break is naturally among them. That's right, the fire novel of the previous life on the Earth, Chin Tian's system also has it. It's just that Wong Hao doesn't have much restriction on writing novels, and Chin Tian needs to buy it with 100 villains. Successfully spent 100 villains to purchase the novel Fight Break, and 1,800 villains are left. The novel appears directly in Chin Tian's hands in the form of a physical book, just like those pills. Chin Tian turned 2 pages casually, then took out his laptop and wrote a software to hide IP. Started typing on the keyboard. This knock is one night. Brilliant. 28 years old this year. He is a responsible editor of ChiluChinese.com. Although online novels in this world have just started, Qilu is developing well now. There are currently millions of readers. Of course, these are the company's business, and it doesn't have much to do with him. What he cares most about now is that he has an author. The author is good at writing, but his brain is really average, and there is a little literary sickness, so the writing has always been tepid. Only recently, I don't know if this guy has gotten his head, or because of other reasons, he actually wrote such a book with great potential. Dupa, the new book list ranked first, the new book reward list ranked first, and the new book collection list ranked first. He was very pleased that he was ranked first in various statistics. With this momentum going on, as long as the book is on the shelves normally, his performance will definitely increase. Early the next morning, Brilliant went to work normally. He clicked on the avatar of the author called Hao Yin, and sent a message to the other party. Can you add more chapters today? Try to put them on the shelves as soon as possible. The other party returned almost in seconds. I am preparing for million changes today. Seeing this news, Brilliant nodded with satisfaction. Have talent and no hard work? This kind of person deserves to be successful. Cough. A system notification sound for a Penguin Friends application suddenly came into his ears. He clicked and saw that a person nicknamed Hao Yin is a plagiarism dog, applied to add him as a friend. Originally, as the editor in charge, Brilliant should reject these unidentified penguins, but this person's nickname caught his attention. So, he clicked add. After adding, the other party directly sent a message that made him speechless. Are you the author of Lu, so shameless? Plagiarism is so fair? The other party's outspokenness made Brilliant's brows frown. Quickly typed a word and replied. This friend, the books on our website are strictly screened. Generally, there is no possibility of plagiarism. Of course, the possibility of slipping through the net is not ruled out. So, can you provide me with the book number of the plagiarism? No need to provide ISBN. Have you seen my name? The first fight break in your new book list was originally written by me. Who knew that when I was about to publish the book, I found a copy that was exactly the same as me. You said you were not plagiarism? Hearing this, Brilliant couldn't help but sneered. This friend. You can eat anything but you can't talk nonsense. We have checked this book countless times with software, and it cannot be plagiarism. And even if what you said is true, the other party published the book before you. How can you prove that he copied you, not you copied him? This book is a book that he has high hopes for. Of course, I will pay more attention to whether this book has any violations. He has checked it over and over again, and there is no problem with this book. So Brilliant feels that this person is making trouble unreasonably. It's just that after his news was sent, the other party still didn't hold back. Want to prove that he is plagiarism? It's simple. I have an outline and the following plot. I will send it to you and see it. Speaking of the other party directly passed a few files. Brilliant point to receive. Here are a few documents that have been prepared long ago. There are several documents in it. Brilliant point opened one of them. Suddenly, lines of text appeared in front of him. This is the next plot? Brilliant frowned. Although it is difficult to define plagiarism in the law, he has to pay attention to the stories connected by the other party. You need to know the plot passed by the other party, which happened to be the plot that Hao Yin hadn't updated. Brilliance is the more I look at it, the more I get scared. This, won't it? It was just after gloriously got the plot passed by Chin Tian, about 10 minutes later. The author of Hao Yin has been updated. The lines are exactly the same. At this moment, he was dumbfounded. My God, is it really the next plot? Seeing two identical chapters, Brilliant hurriedly sent a message to Hao Yin is a plagiarism dog. Sorry, my friend, this matter is very important. I need to discuss it with the leader before giving you an answer. But you can rest assured that our website severely cracks down on plagiarism. If the other party's plagiarism is true, we will definitely deal with it seriously. Okay, I will wait for you. Chin Tian closed the notebook, then stretched and yawned. In one night, he copied the next 20,000 words and picked up the outline of the next 100,000 words. Although his current physique is more than twice that of a normal person. But in order to maintain sufficient energy, he still needs to rest. So he sent Mu Dai a message of do not disturb when sleeping, and then went directly to the room to sleep. He didn't even know when Gu Qingqing left. Just when Chin Tian was sleeping, he started the Lu Chinese net headquarters. The editors exploded. Originally, a book was plagiarized, so just sealed it. But the potential value of this book is very high, so it has aroused discussion among the editors in charge. Read more at hopfulnovel.xyz. What's the hesitation about this? The other party has posted the plot and outline. It must be plagiarism. Yes, although I don't know where it was copied, it must be plagiarism. I didn't run away. We can't make a big mistake because of small mistakes, and a book has potential again. If it is really plagiarism, others will tell us that it is accurate. Everyone expressed their opinions one after another, and this matter, because it was very special, quickly reached the boss's ears. After weighing the pros and cons, Boss Chi Lu spoke directly. Check again. If it's really plagiarism, then block him. Okay, boss. After receiving the boss's instructions, Hui Huang nodded decisively, and then sent a message to Hao Yin. Hello, are you there? In. I received a report today. Someone accused you of plagiarism in fights, and gave me the next plot. Do you have any way to prove that you have not plagiarized? What? Hearing this, Wong Hao, who was still eating instant noodles in the rental house on the other end of the phone, was stunned. Someone accused himself of plagiarism? How can that be? Before writing this book, Wong Hao had searched the website countless times, and found no trace of the book at all. That's why he wrote boldly and assuredly. But now, I am still waiting for this book to make a fortune. Someone actually accused himself of plagiarism? Then let yourself show evidence to prove that you did not plagiarize? How can I prove it by myself? Does the other party have a plot? Thinking of this, he quickly replied, what evidence did the other party give you? Since he was really plagiarizing, he had no confidence in asking this sentence. The next 20,000 plots, and an outline of 100,000 words. Has the plot and outline? Wong Hao was dumbfounded again. If the other party really has the plot and outline of his own book, he can only modify the plot and outline if he wants to prove that he has not copied it. But if this is the case, isn't this book going to change its flavor? After the taste has changed, can it still get hot? Obviously impossible. Because Wong Hao himself had a few kilograms and a few tails, he still knew very well. He simply couldn't think of a more exciting plot than this. Damn, why is this? Wong Hao clenched his fists. Since you can't prove it, then I can only temporarily seal the book for you. Seeing that he didn't speak, Hui Huang typed again. When you have a way to prove it, come to me and apply for the lifting of the ban. Okay, trouble you. Wong Hao had no choice but to return these words. Ding, destroy the protagonists. Wong Hao, novel serialization success. Get villain value plus 500, grab luck value of 100 points. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Chin Tian saw this system prompt as soon as he woke up. It took one night to add 100 points of villain value in exchange for 500 points of villain value. Made 400. Say that you don't lose, and that you don't make a profit. However, Chin Tian noticed one detail. That is, the value of chi luck has changed from the previous recapture to the current capture. In other words, from a victim to a perpetrator? Interesting. After thinking about it casually, Chin Tian didn't care about this anymore. Anyway, he is here to solve the protagonist, not to do charity. It doesn't matter whether he retakes it or seizes it. It's his own shit. Get up and eat. Feng Lao had ordered people to prepare food long ago, and just waited for Chin Tian to get up. Chin Tian ate something casually, and then took out his mobile phone to have a look. A lot of WeChat messages. The first one is Su Yinran. Thank you Uncle Chin. You gave me a birthday present. I like it very much. Chin Tian replied, just like it. The second is Deng Yuqing. My dear, just tell you if you want me to have any party. My classmate will get married next month. Do you want to go with me? Tell me the specific time, and I will let Xiao Dai arrange it. Okay. Deng Yuqing returned in seconds, and she was also extremely excited. Chin Tian is going to attend a classmate's wedding with her? This is a face-saving thing. At that time, it can attract a wave of envy. The third one is Mu Dai. Mr. Chin, after you wake up, please call me back. There is a person at the company who claims to be the housekeeper of the Yi family who wants to see you. Yes, housekeeper? Chin Tian raised his eyebrows. This Yi family's movement? So fast? You don't need to call back, you just follow the process and let him make an appointment. Huh. Mu Dai was stunned. But President Chin, he is from the Yi family of Magic Capital. What's wrong with the Yi family? Even if he belongs to the Long family, he still has to go through the process. Does that require me to advance the meeting with the Yi family? No need. People of the Yi family, Chin Tian is too lazy to reason. What about the 200 billion big group? The lousy Chin family is also worth hundreds of billions. And this city of Tumen is the territory of lousy, and it is not yet your turn to be wild with this foreign family. For Yi family, Chin Tian didn't want to provoke it. But the other party has come to the door. Will he be persuaded? No, absolutely not persuaded. If you dare to come, I will dare to do it, otherwise I will be Mao's villain. As Chin Tian's personal secretary, Mu Dai would never ask so many questions. But because the energy of the Yi family of the Magic Capital cannot be underestimated, Mu Dai asked a few more questions with some uncertainty. She didn't understand why Chin Tian would not care about Yi family so much. But as Chin Tian's secretary, she can only execute orders. Thinking of this, Mu Dai took out her mobile phone and called according to the phone number left by the other party. The call is connected soon. Hello. Hello, Mr. Chun. I am President Chin's assistant. We met in the afternoon. Well, I know. When are you President Chin going to meet tomorrow? At a 5-star hotel, Chun Shonan said calmly. In his mind, today is a bit too late, and there must be only tomorrow for an appointment. It's just his words that embarrassed Mu Dai. Excuse me, Mr. Chun. Our President Chin's schedule for the past week has been arranged. If you want to see our President Chin, you have to wait until next week at the earliest. What? Chun Shonan was stunned, and then frowned. Is this what you mean by Mr. Chin? I'm really sorry, Mr. Chun. Mu Dai's words of apology again acquiesced to the meaning of Chen Shonan's words. Okay, you don't need to say. Hearing this, Chen Shonan's face became darkened. It seems that your President Chin is quite arrogant? Don't even give the Yi family's face? That's not the case, Mr. Chun. Let me explain. I hope you don't regret it. Beep toot. Mu Dai wanted to help Chin Tian explain a few words, but the other party had already hung up the phone before he finished speaking. It's over, it's over. I know it will be like this. Mu Dai was a little upset at the busy tone on the phone. Since Chin Tian helped her yesterday, her feelings towards Chin Tian have once again been upgraded. She would subconsciously consider everything from Chin Tian's perspective. After spending so long in the workplace, of course she knew the consequences of this call. But I don't know what's always going on with Chin himself, so I have to follow the process myself? After hanging up the phone, Mu Dai thought the more it was wrong, and felt that he should report to Chin Tian. Thinking of this, she picked up the phone again. Just picking up the phone, I found that Chin Tian had sent a WeChat message, saying that she would go to the Lishan Villa to meet and talk after get off work. As a last resort, she had to drive there after get off work. On the other side, Old Chun was refused to meet, which made him very upset. After hesitating for a while, he still called the Yi family back. Read more at Hotful Novel, XYZ. The call was quickly connected, and a man with a deep voice was on the opposite side. Old Chun, what's wrong? Master, I have seen the second young master. He has a very good time here. Don't worry. Well, that's good. Let him prepare, and return to the demon capital as soon as possible to inherit the family business. But the master, the second young master, is already married, and he is not going to return to the magic capital for the time being. Oh, there is such a thing? Second young master also said that besides giving him some network and financial help, I hope we don't disturb his life. Yi Wuya, the head of the Yi family patriarch, was taken aback for a moment, and then he sighed helplessly. Oh, forget it. The trial is over anyway, so he can do whatever he wants now. Okay, sir. But sir, there is one more thing on my side. What else? Yi Wuya was already a little impatient, but Mr. Chin explained what had just happened. That's it. The second young master asked me to contact the Qin family in Tumen, saying that he was going to help the Zhang family survive this economic crisis, but I never thought. After listening to Old Chin's account, Yi Wuya couldn't help frowning. Is the Qin family? Okay, I see. Let me handle this matter. Yes, sir. Yi Wuya hung up the phone. then found a number and sent a message. Give me a call from the president of the Qing group in Tumen. Okay, President Yi. I want to ask Yi Chan why he didn't give Zhang's money directly? Don't ask, you just set it up. Give the money directly, then how does he explain the origin of the money? His identity will definitely be revealed at that time. This is obviously inappropriate. What? It's not a big deal to reveal your identity if you reveal your identity? What are you kidding internationally? Yi Chun is the protagonist. The protagonist does not pretend to be forced. What kind of protagonist? If his identity is revealed, how will he pretend to be forced? Therefore, it is a wise choice not to give money directly. Ding. I succeeded in refusing to meet the butler of the Yi family, slightly changed the plot, and gained plus 200 villain value. Lousy knows it. Lishan Villa, looking at his own system's 2,500 villain value, Chin Tian couldn't help but complain. In addition to opposing the protagonist, as long as you get in touch with the routine characters and don't follow the normal plot routines, you can also get the villain value. This is the case just now. Yi Chan. Chin Tian frowned, muttered to himself. There are many types of protagonists in Ziyuan. There was a family trial. After the ban was lifted, he counterattacked and slapped his face, but he didn't let his wife know about it. There were also the killers who went into hiding, and the big family who was discussing business with their wives kneeled directly after seeing them. Some have become the king of soldiers and come back to recognize their wives with many personal relationships. Yi Chun at this time obviously belonged to the first type. The family trial lifted the ban, and then pretended to be forced to slap her face all the way. He used the power and relationship of the family to help his wife secretly, and his wife was kept in the dark from beginning to end? I really don't understand Yi Chin's special hobby. After Chin Tian lay on the sofa and carefully studied Yi Chin's background, he couldn't help but complain. Yi Chun, the second son of the Yi family. Even after the identity was lifted, they were still looked down upon by the Zhang family at any time. Being scolded, humiliated, slapped, and punished kneeling are common things. I don't know what this guy thinks. Hide your identity? It's just crazy. And Zhang Qianqian's figure and appearance are of Deng Yuqing's level. A woman of this level is a goddess to ordinary people. But for rich people like them, isn't it easy to get? Forget it. Buy it. Body tempering pill. Chin Tian didn't bother to study Yi Chin's cheekbone and directly bought a body tempering pill in the mall. The villain is worth it if he has it, and there is no interest in keeping it anyway. Body tempering pill is a medicine that can only be used after using Guban Peiyuan pill. The level is one level higher than the Guban Peiyuandin and requires 2,000 villain points. Chin Tian is now capable, plus 2,000 points for a draw, so he thinks it is more cost-effective to buy a pill to keep fit. Purchasing the body tempering pill requires 2,000 villain value. Is it confirmed? Confirm. Successful purchase. I wish you a happy use of Dan. Call out. With a movement of mind, the body tempering pill appeared in Chin Tian's hands. This is a green pill with yellow skin, and there are still instructions for the pill in the system. Body tempering pill. It is said that this is a pill used by immortals when they were still mortals. After taking it, it can temper every cell in the body's flesh and blood, and greatly improve the body's quality. Note. Only use the Guban Peiyuan pill. Only once per person, no side effects. Familiar formula, familiar taste. It is not the first time that Chin Tian has used this type of medicine, so he is familiar with the road. After the pill is used, body impurities are still eliminated. But this time the stain is darker than the last time, and the feeling is no longer pure warmth, but warmth with a hint of pain. This bit of pain gave Chin Tian the feeling of taking the wrong medicine. Fortunately, the results of the final reinforcement made him very satisfied. Ding, congratulations on your official entry into the ranks of warriors. The current realm is Chin Tian. Huh? What the hell? The sudden news caused Chin Tian to be stunned. Warrior? Realm? Yes, host. If there is true energy in this world, there will naturally be a cultivating family, and there will naturally be a realm division if there is a cultivating family. Then I was very strong before. Why don't you say it? Although the host had 10 years of true energy, his physique was only twice that of ordinary people, and his comprehensive strength belonged to the Hotian realm, which did not belong to the real warrior. Chin Tian was speechless for a while. Then how is the realm of this warrior divided? The realm of the martial artist is divided by the cultivators in this world. It can be roughly divided into 5 realms: nurture, innate, grandmaster, and myth. The acquired realm belongs to ordinary people who don't have true energy, but have exercised their bodies to a strong level and have powerful fighting skills, such as professional killers and soldiers. The innate realm belongs to the cultivators who have true energy, strong body, and powerful fighting skills, such as the host and Lin Feng. Chin Tian nodded slightly. What the system said was also very reasonable. With his previous combat power, if he didn't use poison or sneak attacks, he really couldn't beat Lin Feng. After all, Lin Feng has expert advice. He has been in various medicinal baths since he was a child, and he has been practicing for nearly 20 years. There is a big gap between the strength of their bodies and the content of true qi. The hardware gap cannot be made up by the moves included in the fighting skills. So I was one level lower than Lin Feng. There was nothing wrong with that. But now, in other words, I belong to innate like Lin Feng now? Yes, host. Then Lin Feng's master is? The target person that the host has not contacted cannot conduct a strength assessment. Okay. After getting the answer from the system, Chin Tian was not entangled anymore and looked at his attributes. Host, Chin Tian.
Physique, 600.
Charm, 1,200. Luck, 2,500. Health, 300. Infuriating, 10 years. Villain value, 500. Currently has skills: God level poison medicine, fighting skills at full level, piano skills at full level, hidden weapon skills at full level, acting skills at full level, God level car skills, bag searching, hacker skills at full level, assassin skills at full level. 9 good skills plus 2,500 luck value make Chin Tian a real villain protagonist. The charm is 200 more. The physique has increased by nearly 400 points, which has directly changed from twice that of a normal adult man to 6 times, and his health level is 3 times that of an adult man. I don't know if it was because of entering the warrior. The year of innocence also hung up. But these are not important anymore. Go take a shower first. Chin Tian stretched again and walked towards the bathroom. My body is too sticky and smelly, and I feel uncomfortable without taking a bath. Read more at Hotful Novel, XYZ. Of course, Chin Tian is still very content with the power he has now. After all, others have practiced for more than 10 years, even decades, and he came to this world for only half a month. Jingle bell. As soon as Chin Tian walked into the bathroom, the phone rang. Because he wanted to take a bath first, Chin Tian didn't care either. When he came out of the shower, there were already 2 missed calls on his phone. Unfamiliar number? Chin Tian had some doubts, but still ignored. As I was about to change clothes, the phone rang again. Still that strange phone number. This time, he picked it up, and before he spoke, the other party was directly questioning. You have a big shelf? Do you know how many times I called you? Originally, Chin Tian wanted to explain that he was taking a bath just now, and he immediately became unhappy when he heard the tone of this questioning. Who are you so special? I'm crazy. Beep. Chin Tian hung up the phone directly. Ding, let Yi family patriarch Yi Wuya angry, slightly change the plot, and get plus 200 as the villain value. Oh? A question mark appeared in Chin Tian's mind. Yi Wuya wanted to throw the phone angrily. This bastard, dare to hang up my phone? Fortunately, Yi Wuya realized that the other party didn't know his identity, so he hung up the phone. So he resisted the urge to drop the phone and dialed it again. The other party still answered. Hey, you may not know who I am. My name is Yi Wuya. Yi Wuya? Don't know. Please don't call me again. I don't swim, don't exercise, don't buy insurance, don't buy a house, thank you. Toot, toot. Before he could finish speaking, the phone was hung up. Yi Wuya. Ding, Yi Wuya, the patriarch of the Yi family, was really angry, slightly changed the plot, and gained a villain value of plus 200. TSK Tusk. Okay. Seeing that the villain value he had just consumed had reached 900 again, Chin Tian was very satisfied. But Yi Wuya didn't feel so good anymore. If Chin Tian's system collects negative emotions, so now Yi Wuya's negative emotions are definitely plus 999. Swimming fitness? What kind of swimming fitness? After taking a deep breath, after Yi Wuya calmed down, he called Chin Tian for the 3rd time. Chin Tian still picked it up. Hello. I am the patriarch of the Yi family, Yi Wuya. This time his tone became much more normal, and he also directly reported his identity. She seemed very afraid that the other party would hang up his phone again. Madu? Yi family patriarch? Sure enough. After hearing these words, Chin Tian, who knew everything a long time ago, stopped hanging up his phone. Instead, he became the actor directly. He first said in a surprised tone, and then said with an apologetic face, Who am I? It turns out to be the patriarch of the Yi family of Magic Capital? I'm really sorry, President Yi. I thought it was a sales call just now. Recently, there are too many sales calls of this kind. They are all selling insurance for swimming and fitness. You are the salesman, and your whole family is the salesman. Yi Wuya almost vomited blood, but the quality of the big family calmed him down quickly. It's okay. You don't blame anyone who doesn't know. What is Mr. Yi looking for? Chin Tian suddenly changed the topic. Yi Wuya came back to his senses and told the previous story again. It's like this. I know that the Zhang family offended you yesterday, but it's the same whoever provides materials for building a building. My Yi family has something to do with the Zhang family, so I ask you to sell my Yi family's face and hand in this project. How do you do for the Zhang family? He did not ask Chin Tian why Chin Shonan was turned away, nor did he struggle with Chin Tian hanging up his phone just now, because he faintly felt that if he really asked Chin Tian why he didn't meet Chin Shonan, the other party would probably hang up his phone. Oh, so it turns out that Yi always does this for Zhang family? Does this kind of trivial matter need President Yi to call in person? Isn't it the call that I called after you rejected my housekeeper Chin? Hearing this, Yi Wuya was stunned and wanted to curse, but he swallowed it when the words reached his lips. Then President Chin, what do you mean? Since Mr. Yi made the call himself, what else can I say? It's just a small matter anyway. Then thank you, Mr. Chin. Yi Wuya finally breathed a sigh of relief. But Chin, I still have a small request here. What request? Chin Tian raised his eyebrows. This guy, a little bit on his nose? Please don't tell the Zhang family that I called you this call, and then talk to your manager in charge of this project. When signing the contract, Zhang Qianqian's representative can only be Zhang Qianqian, and everyone else is the same. No sign. Oh. Hearing this, Chin Tian understood instantly. Routine. It is routine again. The protagonist in order to make his wife pretend to slap her face, but does not let his wife know the routine. But Chin Tian suddenly thought of something. The corner of his mouth couldn't help raising a wicked smile. Since you like to pretend to be forced by your wife so much, you still like to hide your identity so much? Then don't blame me for bullying you. Sure, no problem. Then thank you, Mr. Chin, very much. You're welcome. It's just a matter of effort. With the affirmative answer from Chin Tian, the huge rock in Yi Wuya's heart finally fell. This was his son's first request for the expiration of his 3-year term. If this small request was not fulfilled, then Yi Wuya would lose face in front of his son. But then again, why did I feel confident before calling? After making this call, did he feel relieved? Yi Wuya has some doubts. After thinking for a long time, I couldn't think of a clue. And Chin Tian here, the reason why he agreed to Yi Wuya. Naturally, he has his own ideas. It's really a waste. When a driver can hit someone else? Fortunately, Chin who bumped into the Chin group, why didn't you die? That is, it is Yi Chen's fault for not being able to cooperate with Chin this time. I strongly urge Yi Chen to get out of the Zhang family. I agree. I don't know what Qianqian thought at the beginning, but I just want to marry Yi Chen this trash. It's better to raise him than to raise a dog. On the other side, at the family banquet of the Zhang family, the brothers, sisters, and elders of the Zhang family criticized Yi Chen one after another. The current helm of the Zhang family is not Zhang Jingming, but the old lady of the Zhang family, Lu Xiuzhen. The old man of the Zhang family is no longer there. Now the old lady is too old. So I prepare to hand over the property to my children. There are 6 children in total. Zhang Jingming is just one of them. Before the Zhang family encountered difficulties, the old lady set rules. Who can help the Zhang family tide over this difficulty? Zhang family's largest share and the most profitable industry will be given to whom? When the 6 children heard it, they felt that they had a chance to inherit the property. So the 8 immortals crossed the sea to show their magical powers. They went to major companies to look for cooperation opportunities. It's just that ordinary large companies already have their own fixed partners. It's really hard to work with others temporarily. After several children tried it for a while, there was very little cooperation that could be negotiated. Even if there are, they are just a few small resources, and they are not enough to squeeze their teeth. Later, Zhang Jingming's daughter, Zhang Tian, will find her first opportunity. The Qin family cooperated with the Su family and needed more than one supplier. So Zhang Tian participated in the campaign on behalf of her father, finally broke the siege, and got this opportunity for cooperation. It's just that no one thought that this hope would be shattered because of Yi Qin, which made the Zhang family, who didn't like Yi Qin, hated Yi Qin even more. Yi Qin, I will go to the Civil Affairs Bureau to divorce Tian tomorrow. Our Zhang family can't accommodate you. Zhang Tian's mother Zhou Sumei said indifferently. She was increasingly dissatisfied with this son-in-law, and finally found a suitable excuse this time. You guys, read more at hopfulnovel.xyz. Hearing this, Yi Qin's heart surged with anger, but the years of life as a son-in-law made him afraid to get angry in public. Sorry, mother-in-law, I can listen to you other things, but marriage is a big deal. It's the opposite, Yi Qin. What are you? Dare to talk to mom like this? Before Yi Qin could finish speaking, Zhang Hongwei interrupted angrily. There is no doubt that they threw all of today's pot on Yi Qin. It was agreed that Yi Qin drove down Chin Tian, which caused this situation. Hearing this, Zhou Sumei also frowned. Yi Qin, what do you mean? You dare not even listen to what mom said? Unless Tian agrees to a divorce, I won't get a divorce. Yi Qin can compromise on everything, but he has his own principles on this matter. Haha, sister-in-law, the trash son-in-law you are looking for is really amazing. Did you even dare to talk back to you? Tian, it's not the aunt who said you. Your rubbish husband has made such a big mistake, so don't you take care of it? Zhang's eldest and the 4th wife's 2 wives said Yin and Yang strangely. Yi Qin messed up things. They were actually the happiest. Because only in this way, they have the opportunity to compete for more property. But now that the old ladies are angry, they naturally can't be too obvious. So I can only use Yi Qin to start a hot pot. Okay, don't say anything, even if Yi Qin is wrong, it is my husband. What does it have to do with you? Zhang Tian glanced at everyone coldly, feeling very upset in her heart. Compared to Yi Qin, she hates these relatives who are fighting for power. Also, don't think I don't know what you are thinking in your heart? Huh? You girl, how do you talk? Sumei, look at you. Enough. The helm of the Zhang family, the old lady Lu roared. This is the family banquet of the Zhang family, not the place where you quarreled. The most important thing now is how to find a cooperating company to save the Zhang family, not like a shrew saying who is the one who is not. And if you want to quarrel, get out. The old lady was angry, and no one dared to talk nonsense again. Mom, don't be angry. Our family Yinming is already thinking of a solution for this matter. It was Luo Chunmei, the wife of the 2nd child Zhang Yinming. Oh, the 2nd child has a way? Old Mrs. Lu calmed down, a little surprised. Seeing the change in the attitude of the old lady, Luo Chunmei smiled triumphantly. When the Qin family issued the investment promotion plan, the efficiency of our family Yinming was not much slower than that of Tian. It's just that Yinming is an elder, so it's hard to argue with Tian, a junior. Hearing this, everyone in the room sneered. The struggle for family property is divided into elders and younger generations? You'll be ***king there. Mrs. Lu's face is also a bit ugly. She seems to be complaining about Luo Chunmei's selling offer. Seeing everyone's expressions, Luo Chunmei was also a little embarrassed. And it was Yi Qin's trash that offended President Qin yesterday. What does it have to do with the rest of our Zhang family? So our Zhang family still has a chance. It just so happens that our family, Yinming, knows the younger brother of Qin Group President Qin. I believe that with this level of relationship, I want to restore the cooperation between the 2 parties. It is just a matter of these 2 days. Huh? Yinming knows President Qin's younger brother? Isn't it? Real or fake? Never heard of it? I have to say that the news of Luo Chunmei, like a blockbuster, exploded at the Zhang family's family banquet. If Ming really knows Chin Tian's younger brother, then it is indeed possible to resume cooperation. It's just that the news of her will not have much influence on others. But for Zhang Jingming's family, it was extremely uncomfortable. Originally this opportunity belonged to them, but now it is snatched by the 2nd family? How to do. If the 2nd uncle really talks about cooperation, our family will be over. It's over. After the family banquet, Zhang Tian's family returned to their villa. At this moment, they are like ants on a hot pot, rushing around in a hurry. My wife, I think you can rest assured. Yi Qin couldn't stand it, so he hurriedly spoke to comfort him. If the 2nd uncle really knows President Qin's younger brother, the previous cooperation will not be our turn. You shit, you know what a fart? Hearing Yi Qin's voice, Zhang Tian felt uncomfortable all over, and directly scolded, isn't it because of you that this happened? Tian, Yi Qin was right this time. I still know the 2nd brother very well. Zhang Jingming opened the mouth and said, if he knew President Qin's younger brother, it was indeed our turn to discuss cooperation before. But even if this is the case, then we have already lost the qualification to cooperate? Maybe this is fate. Don't worry, father-in-law, mother-in-law, Tian, as I said, the Qin family will definitely cooperate with us again. Yi Qin said confidently. At the family banquet, Zhang Tian's actions to defend Yi Qin moved Yi Qin abnormally. Perhaps this is one of the main reasons why Yi Qin likes Zhang Tian. That's why Yi Qin wanted to use his identity to obtain cooperation with the Qin family for the Zhang family. It's a pity that he didn't understand at all. Zhang Tian defended him only because the 2 were a nominal couple. When others humiliated him, they humiliated Zhang Tian. That's why Zhang Tian didn't hesitate to come forward to maintain it. But Yi Qin was obviously a little passionate. But it doesn't matter, anyway, no matter how Zhang Tian treats him. As long as Zhang Tian does not take the initiative to divorce, he is the most loyal dog around Zhang Tian. As for Zhang Yinming who knows Chin Tian's younger brother, In fact, if you know, you know, you know. Or if you don't know you, you don't know. They just had a one-sided relationship and had a drink at a party. Chin Tian's younger brother Chin Wu doesn't know his name at all. At night, in a Sanda boxing fighting gym, looking at Chin Wu, who was wearing boxing gloves in front of him and jumping out of the ring with sweat on his head, Zhang Yiming quickly and respectfully handed over a clean towel. President Chin, wipe. This person Chin Wu looks similar to Chin Tian by 50 to 6%, but he is a little shorter and his body is a little more burly. After taking off the clothes, the whole body is full of tight muscles, which looks full of explosive power. Zhang Yiming is Zhang Jingming's second brother, much older than Chin Wu, but in front of Chin Wu, he was not even a fart. Even if he came to see Chin Wu, he managed to succeed with a lot of relationships. Seeing the towel handed over by the other party, Chin Wu pulled off his boxing gloves and took the towel over to wipe the sweat off his body. Listen to Xiangzi, are you looking for something to do with me? Xiangzi is the bond between the two, and has a little relationship with the people on both sides, but not particularly deep. We can only refer both parties to each other. That's it, Mr. Chin. Our Zhang family's business with the Chin family. Zhang Yiming quickly explained his situation again. Although his speed was already fast, Chin Wu still looked impatient. As soon as he heard that it was related to his second brother, he was even less interested. Without waiting for the other party to speak, Chin Wu interrupted him. Okay, you don't need to say it. You have found the wrong person for this matter. Although Chin Tian is my second elder brother, it is correct, but I have never asked about his business affairs. Speaking, Chin Wu put on his boxing gloves again and walked to the sandbag beside him. Zhang Yiming quickly followed. Couldn't Mr. Chin help me out? Accommodation? Chin Wu opened his mouth while hitting a sandbag. My second brother is much more talented in doing business than me. He has his own reason for doing this. You let me tolerate? Are you trying to destroy the relationship between our brothers? I didn't mean it. Zhang Yiming was shocked when Chin Wu put such a hat on, and wanted to say something. Chin Wu no longer gave him a chance. Since you don't mean it, so be it. Lao Fong, see off the guests. Mr. Zhang, I'm really sorry, as Mr. Chin, we have other entertainment today. Lao Fong was the manager of Chin Wu's fighting gym. Hearing this, he hurried over and invited Zhang Yiming out. Seeing that the other party had begun to send off guests, Zhang Ming was very helpless. Although Chin Wu's personal worth is far inferior to Chin Tian, he also has several billion. It's not a family like him that can offend it. So he didn't dare to stay away when the other party saw him off. After sending Zhang Yiming away, Chin Wu held the sandbag and hooked towards Lao Fong. Lao Fong, come here. Read more at hotfulnovel.xyz. President Chin, what's your order? I asked you to investigate Jin Sanchang's blockade before. How did you check? Chin Wu has been busy with various boxing matches and his wedding during this period, so he is not very clear about what happened during this period. This matter? I have found out about this matter a long time ago, and it has been spread all over the road, but the specific circumstances are somewhat complicated, so I think it's better to tell you in person. The situation is complicated? Chin Wu was a little surprised. How complicated is it? The specific reason seems to be that Jin San had a conflict with your second brother Chin, and then second brother Chin asked Jin San to come and apologize within 3 days, otherwise Jin San would be destroyed. Later it may be that Jin San did not go, and then Jin San was sent in within a few days. Oh, you mean, my second brother did this thing? It shouldn't be wrong. Isn't it possible? My second brother still has this ability? Chin Wu looked suspicious. In terms of doing business, Chin Wu is absolutely willing to bow down. But to deal with these guys in the gray area, his second brother is definitely not so powerful. There is also a video of brother Chin. You can take a look. Lao Fong handed over his mobile phone in time, and it played a video of the fight outside the Blue Shell bar. Seeing this video, Chin Wu was stunned. F***K. It's really my second brother. Chin Tian is his own brother. Even if the other party changed ordinary clothes, he recognized it at a glance. But it was because he recognized it that he found it incredible. The action of this fight was clean and smooth, even if it was him. Can my second brother fight like this? Why don't I know? Chin Wu was a little suspicious of life, so, pulled off his boxing gloves tightly, took out the phone and called his second brother. The call is connected soon. Second brother, what are you doing? Eat barbecue. Oh, have barbecue? Huh? You said you were eating barbecue? Chin Wu is even more incredible. What's the problem? No problem. It's just that you haven't eaten this in memory. Chin Wu shook his head quickly. Where do you eat barbecue? I'll come to you. Jia XX Road, visit XX Street for this midnight snack barbecue. Come here. Well, wait for me. I'll be there soon. Without saying anything, Chin Wu rejected all the activities afterwards. Then he went to the bathroom to take a shower, quickly changed a suit, and drove over to Chin Tian's position while driving. My second brother can fight like this? This is big news. Must ask clearly. And Chin Tian? I was really eating barbecue at this time. I'm tired of the delicacies of the mountains and the sea, and a barbecue is also very good. Besides, there are beautiful women to accompany you. President Chin, I really didn't expect that you would come to eat in this kind of place. Looking at Chin Tian, who was drinking beer on the opposite side, Mu Dai, who sat opposite him, had a strange expression. When she came to Chin Tian Villa, it was almost 7 o'clock in the evening. Chin Tian didn't eat much at night, and after talking to her about the Yi family's affairs, he brought her here. What's wrong with this? I'm not picky eaters, come on, eat together. I can't eat so much by myself. Huh? Can I? On the dinner plate on the table, a variety of meat and vegetable skewers exudes a burst of fragrance. Seeing so many skewers, Mu Dai was a little moved. She has always liked these things, but she hasn't eaten them for a long time. Of course you can. It's off work now, so you don't need to be so restrained. Then, I'm not welcome. You don't have to be polite to me, but if you don't drink, you can have a drink. Well, thank you, Mr. Chin. Feeling the approachability of Chin Tian, Mu Dai is also happy. Opened a bottle of peanut milk, picked up a bunch of grilled ribs and ate it. At this time, she abandoned the serious image of only talking about work and became a little girl next door, eating a barbecue, drinking a drink, and occasionally holding on to his black-rimmed glasses. Seeing her appearance, Chin Tian couldn't help but smile. Speaking of Fluttershy, you are so beautiful and capable. Haven't you thought about finding a boyfriend? Huh? Why does President Chin say this? Mu Dai's face flushed, a little surprised. Nothing, just asked casually. Oh, actually, there is no special reason. It's just that when I was studying, my family was very poor and my parents were sick. I had a low self-esteem, so I didn't dare to accept the confession of those male classmates. Later, when I joined a job, I only had money to pay off my debts, so I didn't think about it in particular. So it's like this? Chin Tian nodded slightly. For Mu Dai, Chin Tian feels a little more comfortable than other women, because this woman is not only very beautiful, but also has nothing to do with those protagonists. Neither the hostess nor the ex-girlfriend. Such a good woman would be a bit violent if she didn't make her own. Just when Chin Tian wanted to say something more, a slightly fat, dark-skinned man with a big gold chain, surrounded by 3 younger brothers, walked in front of the two Chin Tian. Holding a glass of beer in his hand, he directly ignored the existence of Chin Tian and put the beer in front of Mu Dai. Beauty, she looks good, and I have a drink with Xiaoya. Looking at the man in front of him wearing a big gold chain, he heard the other's tone again. Chin Tian has a feeling of deja vu. I remember that Su Yinran encountered this situation when she was in the bar. Wong Wu, who was interrupted by himself at the time, was a bit similar to this man who was still long. Now it seems, is it that the heroic rescue of the United States is about to happen again? To be honest, the life of the rich has been too long, and Chin Tian is really uninterested in these little gangsters. I always feel conflicted with them, and the price is very low. At this time, seeing some domineering big golden chains, Mu Dai's brows also subconsciously wrinkled. Sorry, I don't know how to drink. You can learn if you don't know how to drink, the man reluctantly said with a smile on his face. Why in the novel, the heroine always encounters hooligans and makes trouble? Because the heroines are very beautiful. The saying that confidants bring troubles to water is more than just talking. Although Mu Dai wears a pair of black-rimmed glasses, her figure and appearance are all 97 points. It also has the unique charm of women in the workplace. Sitting on this small barbecue stall will attract other men, which is really normal. As for not being able to drink, of course it is just an excuse. Women in the workplace do not drink? Is it possible? Just follow Chin Tian, don't need to rely on drinking to talk about business. Facing the reluctance of Dajin Chain, Chin Tian took a bunch of beef and opened the mouth to relieve Moody. Hey, buddy, invite my girlfriend to drink in front of me? Isn't it a bit inappropriate? Hearing Chin Tian said that he was his girlfriend, Mu Dai couldn't help but froze, and then her heartbeat accelerated a little. He should have said this to relieve himself? Mu Dai thought like this in her heart. But why do I know that this is the reason? The heartbeat is still so fast. Hearing Chin Tian's words, Dajin Chain pretended to be surprised. Oh, sorry brother. I didn't find anyone sitting here if you didn't speak. But brother, since you said she is your girlfriend, then I'll discuss something with you. How about lending me your girlfriend for one night? How much do you want? You make a price. The man boldly said, his big golden chain. Brother, I have money. The foul language made Mu Dai's brows furrowed tighter, and she knew that this man was not a good stubborn. Just about to lean on Chin Tian's side, Chin Tian spoke again. I also have money. Do you want to lend me your mother for one night too? What? Chin Tian's tone was calm, but everyone was shocked. Mu Dai didn't expect Chin Tian to speak so crudely, but Dajin Chain didn't expect that there were so many people. Chin Tian still dared to be so arrogant. After a brief silence, the man burst into flames. Chowif *CK. Why are you looking for death? Boom. Before the words were finished, the big golden chain was opened from behind. The beer bottle smashed on his head, and the slag of the wine bottle was scattered all over the floor. What? Dajin Chain held his head and wailed loudly. Chin Tian ate the grilled skewers with a calm expression. I almost forgot to tell you that I have a bodyguard. Yes it is. It was not Chin Tian who shot, but Xiao Lu. Chin Tian travels. Bodyguards are a must. Even if Li Jun knew Chin Tian's skill, he would at least be equipped with a bodyguard and driver. Before Chin Tian asked Xiao Lu to come and eat together, Xiao Lu felt that the identities of both parties were inappropriate, so he refused Chin Tian's request. Read more at hotmailnovel.xyz. Chin Tian didn't care either. He was still waiting on the side of the road. He had already noticed the situation here. When the Dajin Chain approached Moody, he had already walked behind a few people. At this time, the other party scolded. Of course, he made the first move first. Bodyguard? Damn. K him. When the other 3 gangsters saw the boss being beaten, they all talked about their loyalty, grabbed the bench beer bottle and the like, and rushed toward Xiao Lu. It's just that Xiao Lu is Chin Tian's bodyguard after all. Can't beat the protagonist, can't beat these 3 or 5 gangsters. The one that is the most difficult to solve now has been solved in advance by him. The other 3 gangsters are not worth mentioning. In less than a minute, they all lay on the ground. Boy, you're done? Lousy is related in Tumin. You dare to beat Lousy. Wait for Lousy, don't want to leave this barbecue restaurant tonight. Dajin Chain was beaten with a bruised nose and swollen face. Seeing Xiao Lu's vigor, he didn't dare to step forward. While taking out the mobile phone, he shouted loudly for Chin Tian to look good. Seeing this scene, Xiao Lu quickly walked to Chin Tian's side. President Chin, I'm afraid there will be danger here. The other party called someone. He was only one person, and it was impossible to kill the other person. So the best way is to escort Chin Tian out of here first. It's just that Chin Tian doesn't care at all. It's okay. Just move your muscles and bones, and if there is a fight later, you can protect Xiao Dai. What? Xiao Lu was a little stunned. He didn't go to the Blue Shell bar that night, but he has watched the video, and it is rumored that he has heard it, so he knows that his boss can play well. He only heard Chin Tian say this personally. He was still a little surprised. Mu Dai was even more surprised. She wasn't a mess. Naturally, she wouldn't know what happened that night, let alone that Chin Tian solved Jin San. Therefore, Chin Tian at this time is no different from sending death in her eyes. President Chin. Or, shall we go first? Mu Dai obviously never experienced such a battle. Chin Tian saw what the other party looked like, couldn't help but smiled. What? Are you scared? Yes, a little bit. Mu Dai nodded. Faced with these distorted bastards, there is nothing shameful in admitting to be afraid. Chin Tian hesitated for a while, and still agreed with Mu Dai's opinion, then go. After all, Mu Dai is a girl. In order to test her strength, it would put her in danger, which was indeed inappropriate. But things backfired. Just when Chin Tian was about to check out and leave, a Hummer drove over from a distance. Immediately afterwards, Qin Wu in sportswear appeared in the sight of everyone. Second brother, how do you think of this place? Oh, no wonder. I used to be with my sister-in-law? Who is your sister-in-law? Mu Dai flushed and couldn't help but mutter. Chin Tian also smiled. You kid, come again? Haha, at night, lone men and widows came out to have a barbecue. If you don't have a special relationship, who would believe it? Qin Wu laughed. After walking over and sitting down, he found something more. What? There was a fight here just now? It's nothing, just a few gangsters. As soon as Chin Tian's voice fell, the voice of the big golden chain came over. Hey brother Dong, I was beaten on your side. What? Lousy's people dare to fight? On the other side of the phone, there was an angry shout, and then he thought of something. Do you know the identity of the other party? I don't know, it looks very face-to-face. Come on, the other party seems to be called someone. The other party also called someone? Damn, dare to make trouble in my place, brothers go with me. Dong Gu Ibo Yun Tian, echoed 100 responses. With a casual wave, a dozen brothers followed him. Dajin Shane hung up the phone and looked at Chin Tian with a cold smile. Boy, you are dead. If there is a kind, just wait there and don't run. Damn, dare to hit me? Now I will let you know why the flowers are so red. Oh, is this going to be a gang fight? Hey, I like. Before Chin Tian spoke, Qin Wu's face was already full of smiles. Second brother, I know you can fight well, let's go together? Little six. Meaty. Sure enough, these two brothers are the same. Are you so rich and still like to fight with others? This is what the middle-aged rich man should do. You fight, I watch you perform. Chin Tian also smiled. He wanted to fight in order to test his current combat effectiveness. Qin Wu's fight was purely for hobby. But since Qin Wu's interest is so high, Chin Tian has no plans to leave either. The group of people just waited in place for the arrival of the other side's rescuers. It's just that no one thought that after Dong Gu brought his brother here. Brother Dong, it's them. Damn. What do you think they beat me into? Seeing that the man's head was opened, Dong Gu was angry. With a group of younger brothers carrying steel pipe weapons, they walked towards Chin Tian. Hey, buddy, won't you leave after hitting my brother? You look down on it. F***K. Thump. Brother Dong didn't finish speaking. He directly knelt down towards Chin Tian. At this time his forehead had already begun to sweat. Mr. Chin. I'm sorry. Seeing this scene, Chin Tian was also a little surprised. You know me? I'm Sister Gu's person. The reversal of the plot is a bit fast, making people hard to guard against. Even Chin Tian did not expect this result. The most depressing one is probably Qin Wu, who just came here. I'm all ready to do a big fight. What do you mean by kneeling directly? I'm really sorry, Mr. Chin. I don't know that he offended you. How offended you were just now. Please forgive Mr. Chin. At this time, Dong Gu was already a little frightened. Brother Dong, his full name is Zhang Dong. It was Gu Qingqing's subordinate, the captain of a security team. Being a security guard at night has a little skill. The security captain needs a little more. In the eyes of these superiors like Chin Tian, Gu Qingqing is a sexy and charming woman. But in front of them like horses, there is a very capable underworld elder sister. He has been with Gu Qingqing for several years, and has never seen her have any intimate behavior with a man other than Chin Tian. So Chin Tian doesn't know him, but his impression of Chin Tian is extremely deep. In addition to what happened at Jinsan some time ago. So, seeing Dongzi kneeling directly to the other party, Dajin Shane was also surprised. Brother Dong, what's the matter? You have to shut up, lousy. Zhang Dong shouted angrily, and the big golden chain shivered in fright. He has seen Chin Tian's methods. In his mind, even if offending his elder sister is better than offending Chin Tian. Sister Gu? Gu Qingqing. Yes. Zhang Dong nodded quickly. So it's hers? Then get up. Hearing that the other party was Gu Qingqing's person, Chin Tian also lost interest. Zhang Dong stood up gratefully. Thank you, Mr. Chin. Mr. Chin, what happened just now? He makes me very upset. Oh, I see. Zhang Dong nodded quickly, and then commanded his subordinates. You, interrupt his hands and feet. What? The boys were dumbfounded. Zhang Dong shouted dissatisfiedly. You are deaf? Can't you hear what Lousy said? Seeing Zhang Dong's anger, everyone came back to their senses. Ah, good. We listen to Dong brother. Break his leg. The Dajin Chain was already scared and silly, until several younger brothers held him down, and one younger brother hit him with a steel pipe on his knees, and he didn't react. What? The screams spread throughout the street. You change a place, don't affect my mood here. Chin Tian said casually. Yes. Excuse me, Mr. Chin, let's take him away now. Zhang Dong also noticed something wrong, and quickly asked the little brothers to drag the big gold chain away. Zhang Dong came quickly and went quickly. Looking at the people who left, Chin Tian didn't have any reaction. Just think it is a trivial matter. But Xiao Lu and Mu Dai were surprised and speechless. It turns out that my boss does more than just do business. Read more at Hotful Novel XYZ. Even if these people on the road met him, they would be so scared. Remember, it's fear, not just giving face. Thus, how much energy does Chin Tian have? Qin Wu is even more incredible. My god, when did your second brother become so powerful? You still know Gu Qingqing? Even these big gangsters. It's all trivial, not worth mentioning. Small things? Qin Wu still wanted to say something, but in the end he didn't say anything. Can only give a thumbs up to Chin Tian, silently said a word in his heart. Well, you're still awesome. For Chin Tian's changes, Qin Wu was very surprised. Although he didn't know why his second brother became so able to fight. I don't know when my second brother established these contacts, but it does not affect his admiration for his second brother. The Qin family has talents like its own second brother. So why worry about the family being unhappy? With excitement, after chatting with Chin Tian for half an hour, Chin Wu left the barbecue shop. For Chin Tian, Chin Wu's appearance reminded him, suddenly becoming so powerful, these people who get along with him day and night will definitely find problems. So I should find a proper reason. Chin Tian took Mu Dai into the car while thinking. After getting into the car and closing the door, he suddenly thought of something, and slowly moved to Mu Dai's ear and said a word. Hearing this, Mu Dai's whole body was shaken, and she felt a sense of panic in her heart.